I just put the Quest 3 fitness experience to the test. The brand new Quest 3 VR headset is the most anticipated VR headset ever, and it comes with tons of new features like the highly anticipated color pass-through mode. Several of your favorite VR fitness apps have already released mixed reality updates, but is it enough to warrant a $500 VR headset upgrade? Stay tuned as I bring you with me on my first Quest 3 workout, showing you the good, the bad, and the sweaty. As I unbox my brand new Quest 3 VR headset, I am already getting excited. Several obvious changes and upgrades were made to this headset compared to its predecessor. The facial inlay is soft and cloth covered, and I am personally a huge fan of the split attachment on the center strap, as it allows me to put my hair in a ponytail while working out. This may not seem like a big deal for those of you with shorter hair, but for me, if I'm not able to put my hair up during my workout, that's a deal breaker and will seriously affect which head strap I choose to use. So far, my first impressions are making me super excited to put this thing on and give it a try. So, what were your first impressions when seeing the Quest 3? Good? Bad? Ugly? Adjusting the Quest 3 for a perfect fit is relatively straightforward. Place the headset flat against your face, slide the straps over your head, and line up the horizontal strap directly below the occipital bone or the bump at the back of your head. Avoid over-tightening the strap, as it could lead to headaches and discomfort. Tighten the center strap, adjust the head strap attachment bars on the side to make sure the headset still sits flat against your face. I am noticing how the Quest 3 headset sits closer to my face than what my Quest 2 did, especially around the nose, something that's going to be super important once we get started with the workout. Believe it or not, Quest 3 is actually slightly heavier than Quest 2, even if it's significantly smaller in size. But because the bulk of the headset is closer to your body, it puts less strain on your neck, making it feel lighter and more comfortable to wear. I am super impressed with how easy it was to complete the setup of my Quest 3. Even with a mandatory software update, I think it only took me like 10 minutes to get everything set up. This next part is where the Quest 3 setup gets a little confusing. The first thing you're asked to do is set up your Guardian. This process has been semi-automated with the Quest 3, and you can make manual adjustments if needed. This extra step may make it seem like it takes longer to set up your play space than it did before, but I'm impressed with how good the automation is, even if it's a little bit on the conservative side of my preferred high-risk Guardian behavior. But the Guardian setup is not the only space mapping that you have to complete. You also need to set up your room. The room scanning feature on the Quest 3 is not only fast and intuitive, but the accuracy is also really impressive. It feels so futuristic seeing those pretty pink triangles dance across the familiar interior of your home. Once the setup is complete, you can enter and exit mixed reality mode by double tapping on the side of your headset. Note that the PlaySpace Guardian and the room setup are two different features with two different functions. The Guardian is there to protect you in virtual reality mode, while the room scan allows for mixed reality applications to overlay their features onto your real environment accurately. And in case you didn't know, these features can also be used on your Quest 2. But Quest 2 is missing the room scanning feature, and you have to manually map out your walls and draw in any furniture or objects. Something that is both tedious and just boring. All right, back to the setup. Current Quest users will be happy to know that all of my apps transferred over to my new headset seamlessly. And while on the topic of installing games and apps, if you're still wondering what size of headset you should get, I'll let you know that I got the 128GB version. It's the same size as my Quest 2, and with a few exceptions, I never had any issues keeping my favorite apps installed while still having plenty of room to record gameplay and take screenshots. Thank you to Burger, who commented on a recent video of mine that the average install size of a VR game is about 3 and 5 megabytes. So depending on what kind of games you play and how many DLCs you get, that will give you an idea which headset size is right for you. I love how easy it is to show off the mixed reality with Quest 3. When casting or recording mixed reality from Quest 2, only the virtual components show up, making it difficult to showcase to friends and family what you experience when you're inside the headset. Quest 3, on the other hand, does a great job of showcasing what you experience when looking through the lenses. All right, now that I'm all set up, it's time to get sweaty.
20-minute body combat class plus warm-up. Definitely sweat inside my headset. Did get a little bit of fogging at the end, so I can see on my lenses. It wasn't as bad as it used to be on the Quest 2. I felt like it was just more a level blanket, not like really intense towards the bottom. This is gonna be a challenge to clean right now because this is fabric. But I do want to just wipe down my lenses with a soft cloth.
Fortunately, there are ways to upgrade your periphery on your Quest 3, either by shopping at the Meta store or by looking at third-party vendors. Although the Meta store has historically been overpriced, they already have some super cool accessories. If you want to learn more about them, I suggest you check out my friend Jasmine's video, and I will link it down in the description. If you're wondering if your Quest 2 accessories will still fit, I did the research for you. Starting with what I consider to be the most important upgrade for comfort, practicality, and hygiene, Quest 2 facial inlays do not fit the Quest 3. However, silicone covers like this one will provide a cleanable surface that covers the standard cloth inlay, as well as provide additional protection from breath vapor. Even if it's not a perfect fit, if you currently have one, it can serve as a good transition piece while you wait for an upgrade, which is what I intend to do. The second upgrade I would make is to the handles. Attaching a wrist strap to the Quest 3 handles would make it easier and more comfortable to hold and prevent it from slipping and moving around in your hand when it gets sweaty. None of the Quest 2 grip covers I have access to fit the Quest 3 controllers. Most of them rely on the ring on the Quest 2 controller for proper attachment. In addition, there's a small rotation in the Quest 3 controllers that will interfere with any grip angle and calibration. Several third-party vendors make different accessories for different VR headsets, and we are still waiting for a lot of the Quest 3 accessories to be released. Some brands are working on completely new models, and others are working on ways to adapt your current Quest 2 accessories to your Quest 3. I have several Quest 3 accessories coming my way, so make sure that you subscribe to the channel and turn that bell notification on so that you find out the minute those reviews are out. If you want to change the out-of-the-box head strap, then unfortunately none of the Quest 2 options will fit. Mainly because the head strap attachment bar on the Quest 3 is larger than on the Quest 2. However, to improve the comfort and cleanliness of your head strap, I have this simple cheap foam inlay that I got from my Quest 2 years ago, and it makes a big difference. Even with the factory setup, my mixed reality workout was amazeballs. Oddly enough, it felt more immersive as I could see my knees, hands, and arms interact with the targets much more realistically than in virtual reality. With the ease of setting up my play space and the improved comfort, quality, and immersive feeling of mixed reality, the upgrade to Quest 3 is already worth it. I am so excited to try out the rest of the VR fitness apps that have embraced this new feature of mixed reality. And I'm going to try them all back to back tomorrow. So, if you're interested in knowing how that experiment goes and which VR fitness apps are worth using in mixed reality, then this is the video for you.